let's take a look at what you can create with just one light. Welcome back everybody, and to all the new faces joining, welcome. I'm Barry Mountford. So let's see what we can actually create with just one light. Now I'm going to run through some of the images I've shot using one light to hopefully it'll give you guys an idea of what you can actually create using just one light. Now this video is directed at all the new people who are starting out, who kind of just went out and bought that one light and want to try and experiment and see what you can actually create. So this video is directed at you guys. So like I said, I'm going to go through a few images I've shot. I'll throw in a few diagrams to show you how it was all set up and a few videos along the way. Just remember, we're only limited by our own imagination. Now you will be amazed at what you can create when you get out and start practicing. So hopefully these will give you some ideas of what you can do. So let's kick it off with these images. So for most of these I have used a long focus reflector along with a few other modifiers, but don't worry, I will link to everything in the comment section below if you want to go and check those out. But the long focus reflector still remains one of my favorite modifiers. But regardless of what modifier I'm using, we'll still focus on just using the one light. That's the main point of this video, using one light. So if you want to try portrait photography, grab a friend, grab somebody from your family and get them out, try positioning one of your lights up at a standard 45 degree, pointing down at your subject, and try moving yourself around the subject and seeing the different, what shooting at different angles actually creates. Be amazed at the different looks you can achieve with just that one light, just by moving your body and not the person and not the light, just move your body around the subject, taking different photographs at different angles. And then once you've kind of getting used to where you can position yourself to get a nice look like you like, try positioning the subject with the sun behind to give a nice little rim light to the shot, and that gives a little bit more pop to the image. Now if you ever find that the shadows are too dark down one side, try just bouncing a little bit of light back up, either using the standard reflector or a fill card. Another great way of being a little bit more creative with just one light is try and put a couple of flags, a couple of bits of cord in between the light and the subject, and creating casting shadows across the face on the subject. That's really effective in a way to be a little bit more creative using just one light. Now we're not just limited to portraits. In these car photo shoots I've only used one light, and what I've done, I've actually lit the car all the way around, and as I've moved, I've took a shot each time I've moved, trying to light paint all of the car, and then combine those images in Photoshop to create the results that you're seeing now. And that's a really effective way to use one light. Remember though, this is not just limited to cars. You could light paint a full truck using that technique. It's a very simple way to achieve a great look. Or you can actually just use one light and light paint a full scene with people in it. Check out this video I produced a while back where I actually done just that. I lit the whole scene with just one light. So these are just a few ways you can create great images and have loads of fun with just one light. Now product photography can be a little bit of a challenge to light, but say shooting through a scrim, you can shoot through, get a nice gradient coming over the product, and then you actually use some reflector cards and just bounce that light back in, recycle that light. So with one light you're getting a great result in camera. A great way to test out ideas is using toy figures, believe it or not, if you don't have a model at hand. Use the toy figures as your subjects and just start playing with the light. See how the light falls, see where the shadows fall, see what happens if you use a card to bounce the light back up into your subject, and obviously eliminate those shadows or make them shadows a little bit lighter. Just by bouncing that light back in, it can completely change that overall look of your image. Now I find this a great way to test out some ideas I have for upcoming portraits if I want to try something completely different. I find this a great way to actually do it and see if it's going to work and see where the light's going to fall. I mean, actually in the end, all we're actually doing is scaling the whole scene up. So there you go folks, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've getting something out of that. That's just a few ways you can actually create with just using one light. But for best practice, get out and shoot practice with just that one light. Make as many images as you can using that one light, and before you know it, you're creating some fantastic images, you really are. And once you've squeezed as much as you can out of that one light, then it's time to add some more lights to your arsenal and get even more creative. So thanks for watching folks, I hope you've enjoyed it, I hope you've getting something out of it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and flick that notification bell so you can see when each video is posted, and I'll see you folks in the next one. See you then.